Here's a quick review of my SPES custom 800 Newton officer jacket. First off, the customizations. Obviously, the colors, as well as these mounting strips along the arms. I think they look nice, and they're good for mounting gear, and also for mounting armor when I'm doing my 3/4 plate configuration. But what really makes this a custom jacket is this rib padding along the outside of the arm up to the collar. That I requested myself. Because while the AP standard is a good jacket, it does run hot, especially if you're like me and you fence outside in the American South a lot. But at the same time, the officer jackets can run a little too light for longsword. And of course, longswords do a lot of hitting to the outside of the arms and the collarbone. So I had them reinforce it. And I've been using this in a lot of sparring, and I can confidently say that the padding along the outside of these arms has really done a lot to toughen this up against longsword hits. It did come at something of a cost. As you lift your arms up, all that padding along the collarbone has to go somewhere. You still have good mobility, but you definitely can feel it as it kind of collects up in the shoulder. But I think that's well worth the trade-off of just really having a reinforced collarbone and bicep. Another perk is the extensive overlap between the outer and inner layers. This covers all the way from shoulder to shoulder twice over, and features a blade catcher, which is always nice for your peace of mind. A small nitpick is that while these snaps look amazing, and I'm happy to keep using them, they do pop open quite a lot when fencing, which isn't really a safety concern because you have the zipper inside, but it's just one thing that you have to kind of chase after you've been fencing for a bit. In getting the officer jacket, I was really keen on getting modularity. I've explored it a bit with the AP, but the AP is just so heavy that I just left it fully stripped down all the time. I never wanted to actually bulk it up. I never felt like I needed to bulk it up. That's not the case here because I actually will use this in both lighter and heavier configurations, and let's go into that. The front of the torso is protected by stiff padding, and that padding is completely removable. You could swap these for padding of your own choice, or maybe go without them and wear a plastron underneath. I've personally found this to work pretty well. Or if you're doing some really light work, you could just wear it with nothing in it at all and just have the peace of mind of that 800 Newton resistance. And if it's a hard hitting tournament, you might decide to wear the padding and a plastron to really reinforce it. If you are planning to mostly rely on the padding pouches, you should note that there is a gap where they do not overlap. It runs right along the snaps. There's nothing there actually give you extra padding other than just the jacket. Now, a lot of you out there already love the officer jacket. I mean, it's a great looking jacket. I think it's one of the best looking jackets on the market right now, but it is definitely light through the shoulders. So if you were concerned that it didn't provide enough protection, but you wanted to try one out, think about asking them to just add that strip right there. I find it makes a huge difference, and a lot of people I've shown it to have felt the same.